Hello YouTube, this is Jason, aka Junky. I hope this video finds you well. It is January the 12th, 2019. Happy New Year to you. I hope you had a wonderful 2018 and I wish blessings and prosperity for everybody listening in 2019. I haven't spoken to you guys in a really long time. I think it's last video that I made was in May of 2018, so May of last year. Don't fact check me on that, but I think that's when the last video was. My question is, did you guys miss me at all, or no? Okay, that's a rhetorical question. You don't have to answer that. And actually, I in part know the answer to that question because my subscribers were a certain number last time I looked, and then it's that number minus 1,000 or so since then. And I think the rest of you probably just forgot to unsubscribe. But because I didn't make any content, I didn't pop up on your screen, you forgot to unsubscribe. Now that's not a notification for you to now press the unsubscribe button or anything like that. I'm just pointing that out. But yeah, it's been a lot going on. This time last year, or not even this time last year, when I started the channel, Bitcoin was flying high. Lending platforms had just come out. They were promising returns on a daily basis using cryptocurrency trading. And a lot of us invested in that just to see what would happen. And most of it didn't work out. And when it didn't work out, I didn't really have a lot left in crypto. Basically, ICOs were illegal for U.S. citizens, so couldn't really participate in that. We were trying really hard to get mining set up, and it was very difficult for us to find a proper partner to get into that industry, which may have been a blessing in disguise, And then the lending platforms all went belly up. So there wasn't really anything else within the crypto space that I was paying attention to, so it fell down as a really low priority for me, and I kind of just stopped really getting involved in crypto. I kept my eye on Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, in preparation for this video, I pulled up Bitcoin's chart to take a look at what the price of Bitcoin was on the same day last year, and it opened at $13,253. And it had a high of $14,000 1 year ago today. And here we sit, and Bitcoin today is $3,600. So I think the market is cyclical. I'm still bullish Bitcoin. I'm not as brazenly bullish as I was a year ago because the factors that can affect the price of Bitcoin are a little stronger than I thought that they could be, as far as government and things like that. So it is difficult, but markets are cyclical. Our market, like the U.S. economy and stock market, I think the global economy is slowing, and our economy, even though it's been on an upswing 10-year bull run, is cyclical. So at some point a recession will come, and during those periods, people tend to flee to safety, and a lot of people flee to riskier assets. And I think Bitcoin will have its day in the sun again when our recession kicks in. And I mean, we have to be a year or two from it. I don't know exactly when it's coming. No one does. But the signs are starting to point that we're closer to that point. We're in the end of our cycle. And it's, again, it's cyclical. So that's what markets do. We went through it in 2008. It's been going up since then. It's time for us to, drop again at some point. And I think a lot of people may flee into Bitcoin whenever that does happen. And that could be next year. It could be this year. It could be 2 years from now. Who knows? But we're closer to the day that we'll find out. So I'm still bullish Bitcoin. I'm holding on to it, but I'm not doing anything in the crypto space. I've been out of the country since May of last year. Actually, I started traveling in April. And actually, I started traveling in March. But I've been out of the country really since May of last year till today. I've probably spent 90% of my time outside of the country. So the reason that I'm making this video today is, I'm working on projects out of the country and everything. But one day I was looking at my YouTube and I was looking at my subscriptions, like the channels that I follow, because I was looking for a video to watch. And I clicked on my own channel. And I noticed how many subscribers I had, and I felt guilty because when we made the videos before, even though I didn't really have anything left in crypto, I just kind of stopped making content because crypto became a non-priority to me, you know, and I didn't really have anything to give. My channel was kind of based on just following what was happening with me with the trading platforms, and there were no trading platforms anymore, so not really much to talk about. You know, I never claimed to be like a crypto trader or anything like that. I didn't have any content, but I felt bad because we had kind of created a community of people, and I'd grown accustomed to speaking to the people in the comment sections and through email and, you know, things like that. And we had the Facebook group created, and it it all collapsed all at one time, and I didn't really make any more content, so I felt a little guilty about it. So I've been wanting to make a video for a while just to check in, see how things are going, talk to the people, but I didn't really have anything of value to say. You know, if you're going to create content, I mean, I'm not going to do a channel and we're just going to talk about the news, because I'm not a reporter, and to be honest, I have like better things to do, right? So let me give you the story, and I'll try and summarize this as quickly as I can because I don't want this to be a long video. But basically, what happened is a friend of mine, and he got with a group, and they started an investment group. And he called me one day. Like I said, I've been out of the country, so he called me and he's like, "Hey man, what you got going on? Hey, look, we got this investment group forming. I'm going through all these charts. It's in the stock market. Let me pick your brain a little bit." And I'm like, well, I don't have software. I don't have any type of charting software. You know, I don't know. So he's like, "Man, stop making excuses. Download TradingView. Help me out. You know, look at the charts for me." I said, "Okay, fine." So we got on the phone and we did a couple conference calls. We looked at the charts. We talked about strategy, evaluated charts, and I think he knew what he was doing, because I'm like a drug addict when it comes to charts. I've spent thousands upon thousands of hours analyzing, logging, and, you know, data logging charts. I mean, literally with a notebook and a pad going back to 1981 and reading chart patterns and writing it down and doing probabilities. I'm unbelievable when it comes to charts. It's my first love. If there was any profession that I could do and I would get paid for it or not get paid for it, but I could do it 24 hours a day, it would be trading. The problem was I used to do that. I used to be a full-time trader, but, you know, it consumes your life. So I had to get away from it and venture to make money in other ways. But in talking to him and digging back into the charts, I became re-obsessed with the charts, right? Very similar to how I became obsessed with Bitcoin last year, right? So long story short, I said that already, but we're going to try and nip it in the bud here. What ultimately came out of that is I re-entered the trading world. I started logging my trades. I had to modify my approach to the market to fit the stock market, because it's very different. The last market that I traded was currencies, and I had an epiphany that I could use certain setups, and I could take advantage of a lot. We'll get into that in some later videos, but the point is, I've re-entered back into the markets, the stock markets and everything. And in the process of kind of talking to him and transferring my strategy over to the stock market, I found out that I have a ton of value that I could add to people that watch this channel. A lot of the people that watch the channel, you were interested in making 1% a day, making money in the markets, things like that. So that's what this is going to be. We're going to start doing videos about the markets, and I don't want to make too many promises because I am doing business internationally. It is my, if you could call it, quote, 9 to 5, even though it's not a 9 to 5, but it is my 9 to 5. So this is kind of something that I'm going to kind of do on the side, but I want to make videos and I want to bring value to the people that watch the videos. And I know I did a couple of trading videos before to try and teach people how to trade, but after kind of reverse engineering my own trading strategy to adapt it to the stock market, I figured out that I have way too much information and I would have to create like a course or something to really, really teach it right. And I'm not in the space to do that. So what we're going to do is, I think this is the preliminary plan. I'm going to maybe do a watch list at the beginning of the week, look at the market. Hey, this is what I think is going to happen in the market. Here's what I see. I think there's people that could pull value from that. Maybe in the middle of the week, we'll go live. I'm going to try and do this at least once a week. I'll go live, and you can call in, or not call in, I guess it would be in the chat. Tell me which chart you want me to look at. And anything that I can pull up within the chart, I use TradingView now. I love TradingView, by the way. Now I don't know what happened, but this software is phenomenal for me. So here's my watch list here, over to this right where my cursor is. So these are all stocks that I follow, and I've got Bitcoin down there. So I think you can pretty much type any kind of asset. If I type in gold, there's a gold quote from TVC. So I can pull up gold. So anything I can pull the chart up in, I will pull up that chart and I will break it down technically for anybody that's in the chat on that day, and we'll look at it. And I'll give you some ideas, and I can't give you investing advice, quote unquote. I need to brush up on what the rules are on that, but I'm just going to give you my opinion on whatever chart you guys tell me you want me to look at, whether it's a stock, whether it's foreign exchange, a commodity chart, whatever. Anything I can pull up on this platform, we'll look at it, and I'll give you my opinion on the chart. And then maybe we'll do like a weekly review. And again, I'll just offer some insights and thoughts. And that's pretty much it. I can bring some type of value to the people that are interested in investing. And I know from doing the other trading videos that there's not very many of you of the subscribership that fall in that category, but that's okay. I know a lot of you aren't going to be interested in whatever I have to say, but that's fine. The people that are actively looking at investing and trading specifically, there will be a tremendous amount of value that I'm going to pass through this channel going forward. So I hope you guys will look out for that. I hope to start making videos maybe next week. This is the first one. This is Saturday. And maybe sometime next week, early next week, Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to try and make a video. And they're not going to be very formal. You guys know I never really edited my videos, and they were off the cuff, just me turning on the microphone and talking. And this is going to be the same thing, but there's going to be value because since October, I've been charting my progress. I've been counting my wins and losses on every trade. It's been like getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm back in, but it's great because I've modified the trading style so that I can do my regular life, my AKA 9 to 5, which is my business, and me. I run a couple businesses, so that's my job. But I can do that and still trade the market, and it's exciting. I'm excited. The market I love the market. I always have. And I've never really been a big stock guy, but my friend got me looking at them. And after, extensive research there, I said, I should pull this off. And I've been very happy with what I've been doing in the market. And I'm going to start sharing that with you guys. So there's it. There it is. I'm going to start bringing more content. And the content's going to be basically market-based trading. This is going to be a trading channel, basically. So for you that didn't, immediately click the unsubscribe button and it seems even semi-interesting, stick around, please. Anybody else, please subscribe, hit the button, and join me. There's going to be some very, very good content. I'll tell you this. I'm a note taker. I create outlines and everything like that. So when I was kind of breaking down my trading strategy, I wrote down so much stuff, it turned into a book. Like I'm writing a book. The book is more than halfway finished. I hope to finish it here pretty soon. But it's so much information. So I'm writing the book, and what I plan on doing is taking the actual chapters of the book, and I'm going to do videos on YouTube, basically that are based on the chapters of the book. See, so when I decided I was going to make the videos and produce content, I made an outline of what I wanted the content to be, and it turned into a book. But the original reason for the content wasn't for the book. It was for the channel, the things that I would talk about, where I could bring value when I made my videos. But it turned into a book. So I'm still going to give the information out for free through the videos. And I mean, yeah. So that's what we're doing. So this video has gone too long. So subscribe to the channel. Stay on the lookout for some stock videos. We're gonna make a bunch of stock videos. Eventually, I'm gonna get a camera too, so you guys can see me. That was a big complaint that you guys wanted to see me in the corner here. So the laptop camera that I have is not very good, and I don't have a webcam because I don't really do anything with cameras. But it's gonna evolve, and we'll see what happens. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, join me, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.